in school.
I was not like the best student.
Have you experienced any crazy stories in Oxford?
I don't know if this is appropriate to say.
You need to be a genius in order to get into Oxford.
Everyone's incredible at bullshitting and saying how incredible they are.
Is that crazy enough?
I think that's really crazy. I wouldn't do that. Oxford University has been ranked the #1 university in the whole world for 9 consecutive years. Today, we're going to walk around Oxford asking students how they got into the university. By the end of the video, we'll find out, do you actually need to be a genius to get into Oxford? Okay, let's go. So first of all, thank you so much. What are your names and where are you from?
My name's Pixie and I'm from London.
I'm Sid, I'm from Calcutta.
I'm Anna, I'm from the north of England, so like Lake District-ish area.
I'm Francesco, I'm from Italy.
I'm Asha, I'm from Manchester.
My name's Burhan.
I'm Orestis, I'm from Greece.
I'm Philippos, I'm from Greece as well.
My name is Hassan, I'm from Bangladesh.
What are you studying, and in one sentence can you explain what it is?
I do physics.
I'm studying physics.
I study physics. I guess that's quite self-explanatory. We just do a lot of maths.
I'm doing biochemistry, so like cancer research.
I study classics, study of ancient history and ancient languages that are no longer used.
I just graduated 2 weeks ago and I was studying a course called Water Science Policy and Management. It's the vaguest course really, anything related to water. We talk about it, we discuss it, yeah.
I'm studying modern languages. It means everything. It's a hell, it's chaos. It's a very interdisciplinary field.
I'm a classical archaeologist and, well, you research antiquity obviously and the material remains of antiquity.
I'm basically a medical doctor and I'm studying here currently DPhil in clinical medicine, but I also did my MSc here in Oxford.
So why did you decide to apply to Oxford specifically?
I wanted to try like Oxford or Cambridge, and I settled on Oxford because it offered biochem straight out.
You're always going to aim high, and so Oxford is just the best university in the world. Between Oxford and Cambridge doesn't offer specifically a physics course. I just wanted to do physics, can't be touching biology.
For me, it was like a professor I was really interested in.
Kind of the same for me actually. My professor was the only one who specialized in the period I wanted to study, so basically it was a given that I would come here.
To be honest, yeah, it's mostly because Oxford is the best uni for classics.
The collegiate system is pretty cool, and I really like the tutorial system as well. Having one-on-ones with like respected and known like people in your field is really cool.
I came to Oxford and I love the city. I mean, there was a great vibe. I visited some of the colleges and the hospitals and all the great medical buildings. It provides one of the high quality education, particularly in my field.
In school, did you have very good grades for your A-levels or equivalent?
Yeah, no, I think I had like good grades.
Pretty much good grades.
Got 3 A stars.
I got A star AA.
Slightly different marking scheme, but all above like 95 out of 100.
I was not like the best student at high school. I think it worked better when within university, where I started getting better grades.
I was the best student, I was first class actually.
I did okay at my A-levels, I got A, B, and then I went to Manchester Uni and then I did like quite well at Manchester for my undergrad. So I think, and then I did different experiences which I think all helped me get into a master's.
I was always been an average student in my medical school as well. I did well, but it's not likely that I was, one of the very top students. And I think one of the things I'd like to add here is that, of course, you need a minimum academic background for Oxford, but you don't need to be some of the very top, brilliant students from your country to come to Oxford.
With your experience in Oxford, do you feel like it's worth its ranking?
I think socially, culturally, and the other opportunities, like it was amazing. Like I understand why it has that #1 rank for those reasons. The teaching was also super good, but I've been to a different university for my undergrad, and like the teaching was equally as good there. I didn't think the teaching was that amazing, like much more amazing in Oxford, but the environment that you sit in as a student, I get why it's a #1.
I think overall it's worth its ranking. Like the academics are really good and like the other people who come here for the degree are really, really smart.
The resources here are really good. I mean, you're being lectured by some of the leading people in like your field. I'd say, yeah, Oxford probably does deserve a spot.
For many reasons, yes. For other reasons, perhaps it gets too much, It is kind of like a brand sometimes. While when you get into Oxford, I think you can get many things from it, perhaps not lecture-wise, but writing-wise, you really learn how to write in Oxford.
It's very good, but I could probably do the same things that I'm doing here elsewhere. It's other things that Oxford ends up giving you, rather than, the top-tier expertise, at least in archaeology.
Have you heard about any of the crazy stories in Oxford, or have you experienced any crazy story?
At my college, apparently there's something called a Keble foot party. I don't know what that entails, but yeah, I think that speaks for itself.
One of the weirdest traditions, I guess, is in our very own college, Merton, where we literally, in the 31st of October, at 2 o'clock in the morning, we go to a quad, dress up, drink port wine, and walk backwards for an hour. This is called the time ceremony, and it happens every year to keep the space-time continuum in check, they say.
Well, some of the crazy, I don't know if this is appropriate to say, but like the secret sex societies that you hear of in Oxford, and I knew a couple of people that went to them, so that's crazy.
The stories I always think were cool when I joined were like people climbing to the top of their colleges and putting like flags on the top of their colleges. I think they put like a gay flag on the top of one of the colleges, and then like they kept taking it down, and every time they took it down they would climb back up the next day and like put it back up, and it was like a big process to take it down because they had to do it like properly, or health and safety wise, with like ladders and stuff.
I do know someone, a mate of a mate, who does go around climbing like the older colleges down there at night and sneaking into different ones.
Do you think you need to be a genius in order to get into Oxford?
Definitely not. I am here. I'm not a genius at all. Like, I think it's just about, do you know what I really think it's about? I think the thing that unites Oxford students is the ability to bullshit. Everyone's incredible at bullshitting and saying how incredible they are and what they did and everything. That's what unites everyone. So that's it. Yeah, just bullshit your way in. That's what I did.
No, like, I'm definitely not a genius, and I came in, so yeah.
Wouldn't count myself as a genius, like by any means.
I feel like you need to firstly have like a really good passion for what you want to do, and you have to be willing to work like really hard.
Definitely not. I think you need to be an interesting person, but I don't think you need to be a genius.
So basically, yeah, you need to be an interesting person, and you also really need to want it. You need to put in the effort. You need to show that you want it as well.
Not at all. I always give my example. If I can, being a very average student all along, can also make it.
I think no. Obviously there are geniuses in Oxford, like there are really smart people here, and it's a very competitive university. I don't think I'm a genius, I don't think he's a genius, but we are hardworking people and we are inside here, and I think that's, that's that.
So I think one key takeaway from the video is that if you do apply for an undergraduate at Oxford, yes, you do need to have top grades. But if you're applying for a master's or a PhD, grades really do not count that much anymore, and there goes so much more into your application. So if you are in that situation, I hope that this video encourages you to try to apply to one of the top universities, because you can do it. Anyway, I hope you liked this video, and if you do, please subscribe. Leave a comment below of which answer surprised you the most, and I will see you next time. Bye!